Welcome back to The Good Talk, our post-game recap and Q&A show where we discuss the game that we just played and answer all your burning questions, both Warhammer and otherwise. We just came off of a very strange game between the forces of the Astra Militarum and the Space Wolves. Now, both of these factions...
Do you agree with that classification of the game as strange?
It was strange.
It was pretty strange.
It was quite strange.
It was pretty strange. Look, both popular, or I should say very strong communities of these, right?
Yeah.
Strong Guard community, strong Space Wolves community. Look, let's just cut to the chase. What's up with Guard, man?
I thought you were going to go somewhere else. Strong emotions. I felt a lot of strong emotions.
You felt strong emotions.
It was just up and down. Man, I was feeling good. I was feeling good.
Yeah, I know.
Rolled the dice, and that's just how those kind of armies go. It's hot and cold. I had one opportunity, and I fell a little short. Not gonna lie. But it was still really fun. It's always fun to play Guard and moving those models around. And really, not so much the Guard, but Space Wolves, man.
I was so impressed.
I was very impressed from Space Wolves.
Secondaries are good.
Really good.
They're so good.
And on point. Like these should be like poster boy secondaries that people should really take after.
Charge 2 units.
Yeah.
Charge 2 units. I
For
mean,
3 points.
it's really the Saga one is really cool, like the Warlord one.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Is really awesome, really fluffy, and also has a lot of cool play in the game.
Would you like, I don't know, like knowing that if he charges 2 units, he gets 3 points.
Yeah.
Would you try to be a little less chargeable turn 1?
Yeah.
But
then
He has to not play the game then.
And then he's just advancing everywhere.
Yeah.
Which in reality was he piled in and consolidated still for the distance. So I don't know. It's a weird decision where I had to stay 6 inches back because you have heroics.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's weird.
That one's crazy.
I will say this. You see now why, when I play Tau, why I'd go down on points so early.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
I just go down on points. I'm like,
Otherwise you just lose right away.
you either lose right away, or you go down on points and try to make it back, right?
No,
Like,
that's actually a very good point.
that's what I've done. It's not always been great for me.
Sure.
But for like 10 years, that's what I've done. Like,
Just
No,
hang way back.
this is actually good tips because
Yeah.
maybe I shouldn't have floored it. Maybe I didn't need turn 1 as much as I want, like as much as I thought, and maybe I just shoot at you, and at least I have the assets for next turn.
Because you gave me a lot of movement, I guess.
Yeah, and that
the
you would have gotten anyways by advancing. I just would have had more units.
Well,
maybe?
in some cases it's a lot more, right? Because I'm getting the
Yeah.
charge. I'm
So-
getting 2d6 plus the 6, sometimes the 9.
Right. So maybe in some ways it was totally the wrong
Interesting.
play.
that mission is a whole 2.
Yeah.
So you have to put something up. Like,
Right.
send you-
That's why I was
No, I think if he puts everything or nothing. Because
exactly.
Of the 2-3.
So he really goes down on points.
I really needed to floor it and just go all in like
If
I
he
did.
goes-
You saw what happened,
Yeah.
or just give him nothing.
If he goes halfway, then
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
take away that and he still has nothing.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then he's given up something for nothing.
Yeah.
So that is genuinely interesting.
Huh.
It's.
That was a good tip.
Tau style.
I'm scared of you giving him this advice. Our most
I don't-
defensive player.
Yeah, but I
You're
also
saying I should have been more defensive.
Yeah, you're like, okay, I can do that.
I think
Yeah.
like it feels like Guard, like watching that game unfold, it reminded me of like my older Tau games.
Yeah.
Like Tau actually aren't even like that much anymore. Now,
Oh, no.
Now I push up more. I'm
because
like,
they fixed the army.
right.
You know?
yeah. Guard feel like they're like in that spot where they have to like that's the best. That's the
I
best
totally
bet.
agree. Yeah, they're just old. They've been given so many things, but it's still just not enough. So hopefully, that book can't come soon enough.
Yeah.
Apparently after Chaos Demons, but can't come soon enough.
Is that confirmed after Chaos Demons?
Well, Chaos Demons have been revealed. Like the cover
yeah.
is shown, so they could come in for what was it? It was Knights or Chaos Knights? Chaos Knights. They showed Knights, and then they showed Chaos Knights.
Yeah.
And we're like, by the way, box set's coming out with the Codex. So like, even though Knights were announced first, the Chaos Knights kind of swept the leg.
Technically, yeah.
That was just like an unusual.
Come on, Guard, box set.
I think that the reason they did it is so they could do the Chaos Knights reveal trailer. Because they showed Knights, and then the big reveal of the Chaos Knights trailer, it starts making you think that it's like talking about chivalry and all this stuff, but then it like flips it where it turns like it's the guy like hanging up. So I think that's why they did it. They showed the first one so they could do the second reveal.
Right.
And they ended up coming out at basically the same time, but
Some good ideas in chat.
yeah. Like I'm afraid to ask you, John, but do you have an MVP this game? And was it the Baneblade?
It was 100% the Baneblade, especially after the Volcano Cannon and the Pulse Driver.
Look, You actually needed the volcano cannon
I needed both of
to
those.
do the job.
It wasn't the actual gun.
Bjorn, which was something, but
with the volcano.
man, and my MVP,
Yeah.
everything-
Everything was really good, right?
yeah,
Listen, I will point out that your actual mana cores annihilated his Thunderwolf Cow before you got to do anything with them.
true.
That's why I was so pumped.
Right.
I was
That
having
looked interesting.
until Adrian got a turn. I was living life.
As much as sad as it made me, I was like, yeah, that's pretty much what happens to Thundercav. That's exactly what happened when I played Mal, and she had like the whole squad of 5 in the middle. And I was putting Meltas too. And I was just like rolling
They have an
fours.
invuln?
Thunderwolf? Yeah.
They usually have a
4-up.
shield, so they usually do.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's just boom,
just
boom,
put-
boom. So that's kind of just how they go. Like you kind of prepare yourself mentally for it. But I think Njal was probably the all-star, but I still love Bjorn. And the army just was awesome in general. I'm super hyped on Space Wolves. So that's that.
Yeah.
Look, if you guys have any questions about the game, feel free to ask them in Super Chats. We're happy to discuss. Otherwise, we do have some questions to get to in just a moment. We also have some mail. It's mail time. Woo! So big thanks for this package here. We crossed out your name, and so I actually don't remember it. But here it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is from Monk.
Thank you, Monk.
I think we can say, yep, cool. So this is from Monk, but also runs widget. What is it? Widget.
Wound widget?
Widget Skull.
Okay.
Yeah. So Instagram is googly wound-eyed, and then YouTube googly-eyed skull. So this is
Googly-eyed
from
skull.
Monk, who has a lot of really cool, basically gaming aid stuff. So they
This
sent
is
us
like
a
a-
bunch of them.
Dude.
Yeah.
Pass me.
Up.
Pass
Got
it
a
around, pass it
green
around.
one. Got an orange one.
Got a
Ooh.
2 shades of gray? No,
a
that's
brown
like a
one
tan.
for Brett.
Yeah.
I don't know why this felt like a very Brett like.
Brett, that
He
is a
wants, like,
Brett.
the
That is
army
a Brett.
color one?
Yeah.
Dude, this is like, these are goodie bags, man.
Giant bag.
This is nice.
This is like one of everything.
There is a measuring tool, which is always nice.
Uh,
And it has time symbols on it.
With our logo on it.
Yeah.
That's
This
amazing.
is cool. Oh, so yeah, these are wound markers. So
We
they
will
have-
use this for sure. I'll
Yeah,
use
this
this.
is actually really cool.
I will use
Yeah.
this.
And you use this rubber band
I definitely,
to mark it.
to go up. Yeah.
Oh, I see.
I'll just keep one of these.
Yeah. Look, there's a whole bunch of these packs. So you like mark it on the notches, and then it says what number they're at.
Yeah.
And I think, okay, they're like different brackets that are kind of separated out.
Yeah.
I like it.
Actually, you know what these would be really cool for?
Yeah.
Oh, they
So
even-
I picked up the data cards for my army.
Yeah.
And I got them, and I was like, I don't actually really need these.
Yeah.
But these would be good for that. So instead of like putting them on the
Elaborate.
battlefield,
Yeah.
putting them on the data card.
Oh, I
track
see.
the
So they can
wounds.
just be there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool actually. I like it. That's cool.
Yeah, they slip pretty easily. I think it's like pretty good. And then,
It's interesting. It's very different.
do you notice like the crowns on top of
I
everything?
love the crowns
Yeah.
and
Dude.
everything. Super cool.
This is very nice. This is really
And
great.
then of course I got into a measuring tool.
The measuring tool.
Always.
Oh
welcome.
yeah, these
Yeah.
you can have like 10 of these.
A 1-incher, a 3-incher, a 2-incher, and a 6-incher.
It looks like there's just like little markers too,
Oh, cool.
like little tokens.
We're just like having the time of our
I know.
lives.
I know.
Oh yeah,
Oh, you just poured it out.
that's cool. I love the skull motif. This is super cool.
I love it has this smell of as if it was MDF.
Oh yeah, it's good. Good stuff. So big thanks to Monk. Wound Widget. Go ahead and check it out. He's got some cool stuff over there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
big thanks. We appreciate it. This is a
Yeah, I
lot of
wonder-
work that you put into this.
I wonder
This is awesome.
what he offers on his site because these are like very custom, dude.
Yeah.
These are custom. Yeah.
Yeah, I assume that's part of it. So yeah, 5 custom sets of widgets with the TTT logo. Hope you guys try them out. And let's see. Right, yeah. So it's got like the inset paint in here because it's just what's this plastic called?
Acrylic.
Yeah, it's just acrylic. And then so he's got the extra paint in the crevices to kind of highlight it. And then he has a note on how to take the stuff off, which you're already familiar with.
Oh, that's stuff. Oh, cool.
Yeah,
this
so the
is
backing,
stay on.
this is just
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a little wrapping kind of.
Gotcha. So
Just
it's like
like-
super clean now.
That's what it comes
Yeah.
with. Yeah,
Whoa.
Very nice.
Ooh.
love it. And it's see-through. I want to fight you for that
We're
one.
gonna. Yeah, I was
Purple
literally.
one
We're
is like-
fighting over the
Oh,
purple
you guys
one.
want the purple one? But I have
Immediately-
Daughters of Cain.
Nope.
I have purple Eldar, so I was just thinking naturally.
Green for Skaven, Warflame.
Oh, okay. See, that's the proper time.
Yeah, you gotta
Throw 'em off guard.
convince them with the shoes.
Yeah.
John, Grey Knights, the red. It's gonna look great. Orange. Orange and
You
silver.
love Blood Angels. Even though it's kind of an orange. Ooh, it's kind of magenta if you hold up. Anyways, big thank you to Monk, Wound Widget. And I'm just going to peel these therapeutically throughout the rest of the show. Let's get to some questions.
Yeah, we do have a bunch of questions.
Yeah.
Let's get to these. Starting with, thank you. Yeah, thank you, John. John says, my dudes, why Vendread over Wolfendread? 30 more points each for Feel No Pain and Core. You already get +1 to hit from SW
Space Wolves.
from being Space Wolves,
Tactic.
and lose reroll charge. Not sure if worth it.
Wait. Wolfendread is 30 points more?
30 points less, I think.
Less. Oh yeah, because I was confused because you do get Feel No Pain and Core with your Vendreads that you use today.
Which is pretty big, honestly.
Yeah, I would pay 30 points for
For
that.
Feeling Pain and Core, 100%.
You already get +1 to hit.
from Space Wolves.
Yeah.
On the first round of combat,
Yeah.
which you're mostly going to be in, but not all the time. And if someone is clever with their pinning, yeah, I don't know. I'm a fan of them.
I want them to be good though. Like I would want because they're so more, much more
A lot
like
of wolf in chat
space-
today.
yeah.
Oh, in chat.
In
Yeah,
chat.
exactly.
In chat. Wolf in chat. In chat.
A lot of wolves in chat today.
Yeah. No, it's a fair point. 30 points, I don't know. You just get so much value from them. So even just that 6 up Feel the Pain without needing like the saga or anything,
Yeah, sure.
and
And they're
kind of a fan of.
wait, Wolfendreads are not core?
Apparently not. Apparently not.
That's weird. Because I was gonna say like,
Most dreads are core.
there's still the saga where you can get a 6 up Feel No Pain potentially.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I like how I have the book here. And I'm like, nah.
What if we
speculating. Hey.
And while Adrian looks that up, Meg is in chat. Meg, I just want to say, we're going to do this Saturday, so I will bring your merch. We want to show your merch off. We will show it off
do the
on
thing.
Saturday. Yeah.
Do the thing. But yeah, if you have the Wolfendread and the Vendread, it's if you need to save 30 points and if you think 30 points is better spent somewhere else, it's good to have both options.
Well, like the list we looked at earlier, they wanted them specifically to keep up with a impulsor because they do move faster, right? They move 8 instead of
Yeah.
6, which is great, and they do reroll charges, which is great.
What does a wolf in dread look like?
Basically, just has a little wolfen head. It's like the murder face head.
Oh, okay.
It's the same exact kit. In fact, them being a Vendread is a recent addition in 9th edition.
Okay.
It's just like a cool thing where you're like, by the way, if you're Space Wolves, you can give them this loadout. But yeah, they're not core. That's like the only Dreadnought, other than Leviathan and like Forge World stuff, that's not core.
That's weird.
That's a huge drawback to me.
Because like not even when I think of Wolfen, I think of Death Company, and even like Death Company is core.
Well, Wolfen are not core.
Exactly. Oh, that's weird. Yeah.
Very strange. Yeah, fair enough.
Okay. Cool.
Well, thank you, Liberty Fires. This is Liberty Fires has been asking us sometimes to do lists. This might be your first Liberty Fires list, or
This sounds fun.
Yeah, you have to do top 3 fiends. Adrian, top 3 villains. I think I got the easiest one.
You did.
Top 3 Muppets.
It's so easy. Top 3
Should I go since mine's easy?
Yeah.
While you guys need a little time to think.
But I'm gonna think about your answer.
Fiends is hard.
Fiends is pretty hard.
Yeah. Right.
Because it's
Forge Fiend, Mauler Fiend.
Right.
Fiend
look,
of
top
Slanesh.
3 Muppets is, I think, somewhat easy. It's going to be, I actually could maybe give it an order. The rat, Rizzo.
Yeah.
Rizzo, I love Rizzo. He's super cute.
Yeah.
Beaker, number 2, and number 1, Gonzo, of course.
Gonzo is such a Zack character.
Gonzo's so cool.
Oh my god.
I love Gonzo.
Now for my list, does it have to have Fiend in the name? John famously doesn't have Fiend in the names, but I'm still considered Fiend.
Let's see what you're thinking.
Yeah. Well, I think we can, like it's pending review, basically.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Top 3 villains. Oh my god.
'Look, I'm convinced. Space Wolves. Fiends.
Fiends. Okay.
That's fair. That's fair.
I was gonna say Forge Friend. Doesn't have Fiend in the name, but Forge Friends are
That's fair.
Fiends still.
Yeah.
And then I guess, look, I guess I should put myself in the list. Maybe I'm a 3.
You're your favorite fiend?
I don't know.
Are you your favorite fiend?
You're-
Oh,
favorite
is it?
fiend.
I didn't think favorite. I thought that was the thing top.
Top.
Well,
Yeah.
top usually is synonymous with favorite in some cultures.
Yeah. That's fair.
I
That's
think
fair.
you should always be your own biggest supporter.
My own biggest supporter.
Yeah.
That's like
Even
the-
though I'm the third of the top 3 list.
Yeah.
I'm only third on my top 3. That's so sad. Oh my gosh.
He does say, Liberty Fires does clarify, interpret John as you will.
Yeah. That's fair. That's fair. Top
Okay.
villains is really
Yeah.
hard.
Top 3 villains is almost like, he has like very few options. You have
Yeah.
too many options.
I have too many. And
Right?
you know, it's like that thing where they're like, someone's like, they like name your favorite thing out of whatever, and you just immediately forget every villain that ever existed.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Yeah.
like that thing.
Well, I bet there's a bunch of villains in those Marvel movies you guys
I
are
was
watching.
literally, yeah.
Oh my god, dude. So Disney just released in the like the full list in like release order, but also chronological order now.
Ooh.
So you can go through all million hours of them,
Oh, I think I saw the Star Wars one. Yeah. So I
like
don't-
all
yeah.
of them.
Yeah.
That's cool. It's like all Clone Wars.
Yeah, even like the little even the
That's cool.
rides at Disneyland.
It's cool, right?
Even the rides
What?
at Disneyland.
Whoa.
They
They have
have
like a video of the ride.
no. It's like just chronological order timeline.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
see. Yeah. So this is like a playlist that you'll just like go through them.
Are there spoofs in there too? Like, is Spaceballs in there? Like, when did Spaceballs
No,
take
but they
place
do
in
do all the, like-
relationship to space, to Star Wars?
What?
No, it's like, this is when you should watch Spaceballs, if you're watching all the
Yeah,
Star
yeah,
Wars
yeah.
movies.
Yeah. Well, it's funny actually. They made a deal with Lucas to be able to like do the spoof.
Oh.
Yeah, he was totally okay with it.
Famously.
Yeah, I
So
think
there
they
you go.
He was like,
should-
you can do it, but you can't really do like merchandising
sure.
because he's like a maniac about that. That was like his big thing with Star Wars is like all merchandising, and he was like, I can say nefarious, but he was like a smart businessman, I guess I would
Sure.
say. So top 3 villains. Oh my god.
Look, should we throw some villains out
I
for
don't
him?
even know any villain. Like I'm trying to think of like what do I even like?
Mysterio is for some reason on top of my mind. I don't know. It's just
Like
a
Jake
Marvel.
Gyllenhaal?
Like Jake
Mysterio
Gyllenhaal.
or regular
Um,
Mysterio?
You can go either way.
Because
but-
Jake Gyllenhaal Mysterio is kind of weird because it's kind of like Jake Gyllenhaal in real life.
Sure.
You're just like, oh, you think he's nice?
In a lot of
Hot
movies,
take.
in a lot of
Taylor Swift.
movies,
It's not a hot take.
in a lot of
Let's chat.
movies that take place in the 1930s, the Great Depression was the villain. Would you say that the 1930s Great Depression?
Look, I am a big fan of.
Credit default swaps
Yeah.
from 2008
Yeah.
financial crisis.
Oh my gosh.
Thanks.
All right. Yeah.
There's too many options.
There's
Look,
literally
it
too
was
many
top.
options.
If it was top 4, Zach would definitely make the cut.
I got a
Tough.
villains.
Fiends.
Credit default swap
Fiends.
for sure is one.
I need to think about mine. I don't want to stall us.
Okay.
Let me stew on it, and maybe it's credit default swap, but that's
Credit
like
default swap is definitely.
it's probably second, if
yeah.
anything.
It beats out COVID, which like just happened and is still kind of happening. But no, credit default swap for sure. All right, we're gonna come back to it.
We'll come back.
Thank you, Robert. Hey Titans, where do you fall on Black Templar vows? Played Black Templar for the first time and was really impressed with the 6s to hit auto wound. Makes me think Outriders and Assault Intercessors have a new use.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Traditionally, that's a very powerful ability, right? Just being able to skip that wound phase,
Yeah.
especially with low strength. What's the downside to that one? Do you know?
No, these are. Oh, these are vows.
Yeah.
I always think chaplain.
Yeah.
No, 6s to hit auto.
Is
wound.
this the one you
This is
can't
the
fall
one
back?
I took. I think. Yeah, I can't fall back.
Right.
This is the one that's always like, oh, it should be good, but then you play it for the first time and you're like, oh, this is not really great
Well,
because
it's the downside that catches up.
it's the downside because once your opponent knows how to, make use of your downside, acknowledges it, you just get stuck in combat.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just throws like transports at you or something.
It's pretty harsh, honestly. I still think they're too harsh.
What's the one that we usually, or you should take? Obviously, if you have the deny, you take the deny. If you have a psychic army that you're playing against.
Kind of. But the downside is you can't do actions if we win the 18 with Psyker. So you do it if you're facing a Psyker army and you're not doing any actions.
Yeah.
So if you're not doing R&D or banners,
Sure.
'cause then you've actually just, like, you played yourself.
Yeah. The other one is
Well, there's
Cover?
There's the you lose cover,
Yeah.
but you get baby transhuman, and you get 5 plus invuln.
Yeah, that's also...
But of course, armor contempt. Yeah. So it depends on the matchup.
Yeah. Isn't there a fourth one? Is there a fourth one?
Yes.
I'm forgetting. Probably the most popular one, I think. No?
The invuln?
I don't know.
No, the invuln one's the most popular,
The invuln
or at
one.
least it was. It
What's
was
the invuln one?
You get invuln.
Wait, what?
Are you okay?
Is it invuln?
It's the 5-up invuln, baby
Yeah.
transhuman, but you lose cover.
Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't hear the invuln part. I thought
Yeah.
I just heard the baby transhuman part.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
But in Age of Armor Contempt, cover
Gotcha.
Age of Contempt. They stack nicely.
Age. That's not what we call it. The age of
The real villain.
Yeah.
The real villain.
It is the no fallback.
Look, I think.
Oh, it's
Much
not no
charge.
fallback.
Much
It's
charge.
must charge closest unit when charging. Thank you, Sarah.
What's the no fallback?
That's Sarah. That's Sarah Timmons. And she up here.
The no fallback is
It's hard to see
Another-
this. She's listing a villain, and it says Ozymandias. What is that?
Oh,
Is that
he's
from
the one that He's a.
I thought it said gerrymandering. I was like, that is pretty bad.
oh my god.
Rorschach. What's that series called?
Watchmen?
Watchmen. Yeah. That's who he's from. He basically killed he went all glove everyone the snap on
Yeah,
everyone.
yeah.
Killed a lot of
Thanos.
Thanos.
Is it Skeins of Fate? Yeah.
Ski-
I also saw someone had some good ones.
Carnage?
Evangelion, Darth Sidious, Queen Ursula, Lobo.
There you go.
I don't know why Ursula also came to mind for me. Anyways, the vows. Yeah, they're big downsides. So I'm just very reticent, frankly. I'm very reticent. So, sorry. Yeah.
There are also like some old school WWE villains in here, like Ric Flair,
Ric
which I thought
Flair.
was pretty good.
Dr. Doom. Look, there's
That's a good one, Liberty Fires. Ric
Yeah.
Flair as a top villain.
there's Tim Curry when he plays Pollution in Fern Gully 1.
Oh, that's good. Now you're like getting into a Zach mindset here.
Yeah. That's an Adrian because it's Tim Curry. Too. Paul Atreides.
What?
Wait a minute, hold on.
Paul Atreides. Oh, well, spoilers here, but yeah. Okay, moving on.
Blackbird, what's up?
Thank you, Blackbird.
Yo.
Giving John Shirt thoughts on the end of Attack on Titan. Currently working on diorama for 3rd Saint Celestine. Totally normal, right? No spoilers.
What?
No Attack on Titan spoilers.
Dude.
No spoilers.
That's crazy. Great Sisters player. Honestly, haven't watched. Okay, first of all, haven't watched the last season of Attack on Titan. So this anime series, super long running.
Yeah.
Not super long running, but
It's pretty long.
Pretty
for
long.
anime, right? Like,
yeah. But what they did was like, hey, final season, watch out, guys. And they did the classic anime thing where this final season is stretched of like 4 quarters of a final season.
Yeah.
So like they split it up, but really like each
my
quarter is
God.
like its own season.
That's so dumb.
So I was like, okay, after this season, I'll watch it. No, it's not over yet somehow
Yeah.
because they're taking a break and coming out with another quarter season. And so I've just been waiting for it to be done. And so gotta actually catch up and watch it all.
Dang. I know, I need to watch, that's on my list, but it seems very traumatizing.
It is very traumatizing.
Yeah.
That's not a spoiler. You'll find that out the first episode.
Yeah.
It's like,
it is-
I think that's famously known for. I mean, I don't watch anime, and I know that about it.
Very
Yeah.
dark.
Yeah.
Very gruesome.
Ugh.
Good series though.
Good series.
Yeah. I think, who did we talk to? I think it was Magikarp used Fly. His wife or something doesn't like shonen,
Yeah.
doesn't like action series, but this was like the first anime she watched.
Yeah.
And she was like, oh, that's my favorite
This is
anime.
great. Yeah.
Like, I would never recommend this anime
Yeah.
to like anyone for their first
what?
watch. It's too dark.
No, for sure.
Thanks again, Connor. Zach, the Leagues of Votann are literally humans. Why complain about them being not Xenos? Well, I think when they first introduced Leagues of Votann, I that wasn't clear. I think
I think when you started saying that was the correct answer.
Yeah.
I am a Tau player and projected that it was going to be like the kin.
Demiurge.
And so I wanted
But they still have a lot of. They still are doing weird things that suggest that might be the case, which is cool. And I know that they have they're like an abhuman, right? They're like kind of like ratlings or ogrins. They're they are humans. And look, Connor, I was thinking about this question earlier, and I would just say it's a great question. It is really a good Bridger question because he's the animal expert, and it really is a question of evolution. When do you stop being human?
Wow. There's an actual rule for that, but
there is.
Huh.
Yeah, like when a species is a different species.
Really?
But it's very biological.
Okay. Yeah, and Bridger knows that probably
Yeah.
because of the hippo thing.
Yeah, definitely. He definitely knows it. Yeah.
Look, I think they're going to be cool. I'm just I'm a little less into him than I was hoping I would be. I also like dwarves.
I thought you'd be super into it, but I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. You're right. We were actually talking about this the other day.
Yeah,
Totally
yeah.
forgot.
Thanks again, Connor. Zach, do a Chaos Demon vote. Connor, I didn't put a vote up, but I will say this. We have done favorite god votes, and they're pretty crazy. They almost are always within a few percentage points.
Yeah.
It's like quarter.
Perfectly balanced.
There's no one. We've done one on Hobby Tines, and we've done one on Tabletop Tines both a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
And in both cases, it was 20. It was close to 25. I think Slanesh won the Tabletop Titans. I think at Hobby Titans, Zinch won by a little bit, but it was always within a few points.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's really fun. And we did the ranking too. We did we've done top gods as far as models multiple times on Hobby Titans.
Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah. That's hard to choose. If you were a CSM, how do you choose a god? That's crazy.
Yeah.
So I guess sometimes it's chosen for you, but
Well, I think you have your personality. John would be Corn.
John Corn? No.
I feel like he really it's bottled up inside of him.
Maybe.
Yeah.
He's an overthinker. He might
in
be
the
Zinch.
year 40,000, it all just breaks loose.
He's for sure.
I actually just think John is the number one Titan that would not fall to chaos. He's a saint. He's too nice. Thank you, Connor. Thank you, Connor, for both of those, by the way. And thank you, Avery. My Orcless for Nova narrative
nice.
dropped by 135 points.
Woo!
Is now the time for Gretchen and Zagrod Wartsnaga. What's my new secret tech? I love this model. I love the Zagrod model.
so
It's a really
cool.
cool model. Yeah.
Grots are awesome now. Get the good bits. Be warned about this for Saturday.
I know.
Get the good bits is so good. You can just get on a point, keep them relatively safe, keep doing the actions, just farming the points for the whole game. It's so good. So look, you should definitely take it, especially for narrative. Kidding me? Zagrod is awesome. So that sounds awesome. Hopefully we'll see you there. Definitely come by and say hi.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Todd. Zach, can we get Perils on a premium T and tank? Maybe. It is already on a premium T.
Oh,
I have
yeah?
to check tank top.
I'm also working on a new T-Sun shirt right now.
So there you go. There's that. I'm super glad we have T-Suns back in rotation. Should I run 2 groups of 10 Scarab Cult Terminators or 1 group of 10 and 2 group of 5? Duplicity or Time? Demon Prince or what's IM? What is IM?
Infernal Master.
Infernal Master.
Good question. I like Duplicity. The teleporting and the redeploy is just so powerful and important. You need that flexibility or a slow army. Time is cute, but at the end of the day, there's even still ways of resing with the stratagem.
2 groups of 10 if you do Time, right? And the other one is better for Duplicity, I think. One
I'm
group of 10.
torn. Yeah.
Yeah, it's because you do have a lot of cool buffs, some
Yeah.
multipliers that you want just those bigger squads.
You could make a case for either,
Yeah.
but you for sure have 1 squad of 10 at least. And we are getting 10 more, so we'll do some tests. We'll try them out.
Yeah. Yeah, I think for Duplicity and Time is usually the higher floor. It's easier to play, less dynamic,
Yeah.
harder to be the best you can be with Thousand
Right.
Suns. I think with Duplicity, that's where you really have to think about all your options. And now you can really play at the top echelon of what Thousand Suns are meant to be played.
Definitely agree.
Yeah, I see a lot of good players really go go crazy with duplicity. So
It's amazing. And then last of all, Demon Prince or Infernal Master. No contest for me. It's Infernal Master. The prayer for +1 strength is absolutely invaluable. And in those turns in which you don't use it, there's other good prayers like just get a reroll or whatever. And he just sits at the back and performs like your action that you need to farm for objectives for CP. The Demon Prince is like, it's cute, but at the end of the day, I think you invest in the casters, and then the things that are really doing the bulkier work are mostly your Terminators in some rubrics, and if you're running Magnus, frankly, him. So I think the Demon Prince is unfortunately a bit of the worst of both worlds right now.
Thank you, Seatroots. In the Eastern Sierras for the weekend, got a great view to take in while watching the repost. Real talk, guys, will Ultramarines get a supplement? And if they do, what would you like to see?
Oh, man. I don't know. The supplements is a good question. I could see them going either way.
with actually coming out with it.
Like being like, we're all going to do it again. We're going to release them. Like, 'cause
Yeah.
we're still using them. But on the other hand, it feels like they would have done it already if they were going to do it.
Yeah, because we're, what are we at, 2.5 years?
2.5 years. Yeah.
Something like that.
We're finally about to finich the books.
Mm-hmm.
So there is a question of like, what do they do next?
Yeah.
Is it just new edition? Is it Votan and what's it called?
Yep.
World Eaters.
Ah.
Like that could set us up for a little while.
Yeah.
But
for
if they
sure.
do, what would we want to see?
This is a good question.
I want like almost the way Bridger was describing Thousand Suns in 30K. I want Ultramarines to be able to be like, whatever the unit is, you get like one little perk for that unit that makes sense for that unit.
That's cool.
Right? So like Blade Guard reroll ones to hit in combat or something like that.
Yeah.
And Intercessors can auto advance 6
Totally.
or add 2. You know what I mean? Like something like what is it that unit does? And I don't want it to be broken, but just like a little bit better than, you know what I mean? Like they're not
Yeah.
specialists in any arena. They're just a
Yeah.
little.
No, that's very interesting. I was trying to answer it in a way that wouldn't add more rules, but
Well, you can take away some rules.
exactly, yeah, maybe that's the answer. But maybe more points upgrades. I want to see more points upgrades with Marines. I feel like
that
they're
would be cool.
I feel like the chapter master, the character upgrades are pretty plain at this point, pretty vanilla. They could probably do with some more upgrades to spice up like units like Black Templars or something.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, frankly, I almost want some of that stuff to just get rolled in. It's just like,
Yeah.
your chaplains always do the thing that you want them to do or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to, like kind of what you guys are saying, I'd like them to be masters of, jacks of all trade, masters of none kind of thing, but very like tactical. So like, if you're going to keep the ignoring move and shoot penalty, make it just work all the time. None of this nonsense has to be in Devastator Doctrine or tactical, that kind of weird stuff. And then I'd love to see more like, almost like Sigmar style, like redeploy. Like the Harlequins have like move when you charge them. Maybe they have move when you move towards them, or something. And you can make it a little bit less reliable.
Redeploy like wouldn't be
It'd be
that
so
bad in
interesting.
40K.
Well,
Wouldn't
especially
be
if it was a
broken.
random number.
The D6.
Yeah, exactly.
That's cool.
I would love to see that.
We don't see that at all in 40K. Really.
No, we don't. Yeah.
Cool. Nice.
Enjoy your vacation, Seedroots. And thank you, Ricky.
Heyo.
I made my persuasion check. Ricky was earlier saying, tell my story. On the Warhammer purchases with my wife, so here's my actual question. I'm making Skaven Guard and picked up Storm Fiends. Do I turn them into Bulgrin or Sentinels? What do you think?
Oh my god.
I think I know something that should be Sentinels from this army.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? What do you think?
I think these should be Bulgrin
I think so too.
for sure. They're so Bulgrin.
Doom Wheel for Sentinels, right?
Doom Wheel?
Doom Wheel for Sentinels for sure.
I don't know.
There's a Skaven army just
There's
off
a
screen,
Skaven
so
army
that
right
we're like
here.
looking over there.
The Doom Wheel is huge and a weird shape.
Look,
Really expensive money-wise.
but you could fit that on the Sentinel's base.
Like,
You might take.
it would be like,
You
would,
have to do
yeah.
you might have to do a little
put
bit
it like this.
Yeah.
He's definitely
don't
scouting
know.
for something.
I hear you. I see you, Zach.
I think I don't know what. Well, other things could be Sentinels too. Nah, I don't know.
Yeah, like we got more Skaven here. God,
Big Skaven. Bryce, come get your Skaven army.
this could be a Sentinel, I think.
No, that's a
That's huge.
that's a Lehman Russ.
It's a Lehman Russ. This is one infantry squad.
Yeah, that's like the infantry squad.
Oh, they're so cool. Anyways, yeah, Bulgrin, right? Totally Bulgrin.
I think Bulgrin
Makes
for
sense.
sure.
Yeah. It helps when you're doing these conversion projects to have the thing feel like the thing that they are.
Yeah.
Right? Make that as natural of a transition for your opponent as possible.
I was, it's interesting. I was looking at those crickets, the cricket
Yeah.
rider guys. And I don't know if they're going to be good sentinels. They're like, I mean, they're long. It's like the
Similar
Doom Wheel.
problem,
It's
right.
actually the same base, I think, as the Doom Wheel.
Yeah, that's
I
fair.
think that's the size of it.
I'd love to see them.
So I got to figure that out.
Yeah, no, that's totally fair.
Thank you again, Connor.
Hey,
All of the Titans have 40k stats, and John, I'm afraid to tell you, you have the lowest morale.
After that game, 100%. I definitely failed a few morale checks on turn 2.
Yeah, John might have the lowest morale. Bridger's low morale too, but I will say this about Bridger's morale. It's kind of like Tau morale is described as like the fire warriors leave because they're like, hey, this isn't cool. They're not like afraid. They're just like, this isn't working. That's like how Bridger's morale manifests. It's just like, hey, I'm out.
we're done.
Hey, we're done. I'm out of here.
You just see me crumble.
I imagine, not to keep talking about Skaven, but I think Bridger's morale is like Skaven in Total War. Because, so in the game, in Warhammer, like Skaven like do the whole thing of like run up, like stab someone and run away. It's like tactical.
Yeah.
But the way they manifest that in Total War is their morale just constantly breaks and they run away. But then they rally really easily.
Right.
And so it's like nobody can predict it because like you're not controlling it. Your opponent can't deal with it because they don't know what's going to happen. You don't know when it's going to happen, and they'll randomly just kind of come back. And so that's Bridger. That's him. You just never know.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dr. Cosmos. Dr. Cosmos, I pretty sure we appreciate the support. Did not get to see a message. Pretty sure I did not see a message during the game, but I might have missed it. A lot was going on. If you are here, send me a message in Discord. My picture's up at that where it says Titans, this little Kragnos face guy. It's Kragnos. It's Kragnos. It's not a Kragnos face guy. It's just Kragnos. So just find the Kragnos face and send that a message. And it'll be me. And I have my phone here, and I'll get it. And I'll read your message. So thank you. And thank you, Blake. Excited for my Titans train. It's arriving just in time for my week-long gaming trip. We're going to use it as our primary terrain. Photos incoming.
Yes.
Ooh,
Thank you
nice.
so much, Blake. As always,
I'm excited to see those.
that's what I want to see.
Easy to travel with. Just the box.
That's what it's about. I want to see it on your guys' tables. Show us what your armies you're playing with it.
Yeah.
Your games, all that good stuff.
Very exciting.
So cool.
Somebody was asking if you can use the neoprene objective markers. And I think, because the 40K ones are 6-inch diameter, right?
Well, they're 6. 6-inch diameter. Yes. That's math.
Yeah, that's math.
Yeah.
Actually, I had some geometry questions earlier when cutting some pink foam today.
Yeah.
And I was like, you and Mel were gone.
Yeah.
And
Wait. Sorry.
Lindsay's here, and I was just like, I don't know. When you're like in school and you're like, when am I ever going to use this?
Yeah.
I was like, dang it, I could use this geometry right now. I was like, when I'm cutting pink foam to make a Warhammer terrain board.
That's when. Which, speaking of, they're not 6 inches. They're 6 inches plus 40 millimeters.
Right.
Okay.
Because in that game you measure from the edge. Sigmar you measure from the center.
The center,
So that's why those are 12. But for
Okay.
40K, unfortunately, it's a pain in the butt.
Okay, so, but I still think you can. And what I was saying is those 12-inch Sigmar ones, like the big clear ones, like Meg and I were still able to use some of those. Now you did have to kind of rotate things a particular way.
Yeah, there might be some configurations that don't work with the maps.
With the huge 12-inch ones. But
Yeah,
the
even
little,
some of the 40K ones, but because like some of the U's are designed so that on some of the missions you can kind of place it in like inside the U or like on the edge of the U, which you wouldn't be able to the mat. But you just find a different adjustment if you want to use those there.
And look, see, Todd did find the shirt, the apparel shirt. Yeah, our Teespring site. Teespring is great. That the shirts are amazing. Like they're very good quality. The site is weird to navigate. Like they give us very limited ability to like put things in categories. So when you go to a Teespring site, It's just like there. Like imagine going to like Nike, like you want to, like you're a Nike fan and you want to buy some Nike products. And it's just like their shoes, their gym shorts, their shirts, just all right there, like randomly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like different configurations of those things.
It's so horrible.
It's a thing.
It's a necessity right now, but you know, it's not our favorite.
Thank you, Noah.
Hey, up.
Oh, and yes, Blake, post pictures. We do want to see this. Thank you, Noah. Hey, Titans. So with the new Kill Team box, what are the odds we're going to see an Inquisitor army with a bunch of the new models of Rogue Traders and the Monkey?
The Monkey!
So, Inquisitor army from the new Kill Team box. The new Kill Team box is the Imperial Navy.
Oh.
And the Kroot. I'm wondering, Noah, are you talking about did you see, the Cities of Sigmar Warcry band? Or is it Underworlds? They'd make such cool Inquisitors in 40K.
They would.
You know what I'm talking about?
They
just
look
came out?
almost like old world Inquisitors.
Yeah, they
from
look
fantasy.
cool. They look super cool. And it's so cool to see them finally do like humans in Sigmar that aren't chaos.
I know.
They look cool. Yeah.
We were talking about this.
Yeah.
Because you were wondering about the Kroot.
The Kroot,
right?
Yeah, but no, if you're around, I'm the Inquisitor army.
Well, I think they're just, will they bring these rules into 40K? Like,
oh, I see.
Honestly, I think it's exactly what you were asking, just different context. Because you were asking about, do we think that we'll see rules for like the Kroot side of things in 40K?
Right.
Are they going to expand on that? And we were discussing because it's semi-unprecedented, right? Most of the other kill teams, if not all of them, are just units in 40K. Pathfinders, novitiates, stuff like that. They might have been new units, but they're just a normal unit. But this, it's like, is it a Kroot thing? Like, is this going to be a different Inquisitor?
Well, what we were saying, right, is like, so I actually still not sure what you said exactly about the orcs, but the Pathfinders, like, no one has a new gun. There is the rail rifle, and there's like a scope that goes in the rail rifle.
Yeah.
But for the Kroot, like, one of them is shooting like a bow.
Exactly.
And like, are you just gonna say that's a
right?
You're just gonna say that's the. But then you were saying, well, maybe you can build it.
The orcs come with two different things because they don't have different weapons, but they have like literally. There's a guy with it's like a sound. It's almost like when you
kind of look like you're holding one of those big subs at first. It comes with one of those big 12-inch party
sandwich?
subs. A big 12-inch party sub.
Oh my God.
That's what I thought you were
No,
saying.
he's got like
look this up now.
He's got like a
I
sound
almost
thing.
don't believe you.
I'm not. No, he doesn't come with a party sub, John. I made that up.
He's like, that's the thing. You immediately went to check that.
John thinks I'm a villain now. He's like,
you are a villain.
Definitely top 4 feet.
Anyways, he's got like a big gun size thing that you can't use in any way in 40K.
Okay.
But he also comes with the alternative build, which is like the big
40K thing.
or the knife and the pistol. So I don't know. We're very curious. There is technically an Inquisitor army like now, right? It's in one of the not Psychic Awakening, but.
And Noah's actually talking about the Navy side of the box because they look like they're Voidsmen.
Right, but they're like different than Voidsmen, which is.
They're so which
is cool.
This is one of the first boxes. This isn't like the models that have been coming out from GW are amazing. This is one of the first boxes that's come out in a long time where I'm like, I'm going to buy that box. I'm not going to split it with anyone. I want both those Kroot and those Imperial Navy dudes.
Yeah.
They both look cool. Yeah.
Yeah, the way you're splitting this Skaven box, this Skaven to Bryce.
Yeah.
Bryce, if you don't come pick him up.
Bryce, you're losing out. Like
I will just walk away with.
Should we do an infomercial for Bryce's stuff? Do a marathon where we start trying like talking about what's going to happen with Bryce's stuff if he doesn't come get it? Bryce, thank you. He's not here. He'd be all over this if he was here. Okay.
That's true.
Yeah, I don't know, Noah. I hope. Well, look, I can say this. I hope the Imperial Navy can be like taken in a guard army and it's like its own little thing. Mm-hmm. Even if it's not good, like just like gives a little plus to a flyer. Like if you have a flyer in the board, it can deep strike differently or does something.
I hope so.
And same with the Kroot. I hope the Kroot unit is like different from Kroot Carnivores.
Yeah. I bet they'll do something with it, but I don't know. We'll see.
Thank you, Peaches the Destroyer.
Great name.
Yeah, great name. Peaches. Just summon Grimnar to take out the Baneblade. Yes, Peaches. Peaches really wanted when the Baneblade came.
Yeah.
For Grimnar to come and
Peaches.
get to attack the Baneblade.
Yes.
But we felt in the spirit of what was happening to John that seemed rough.
Yeah, that's fair. Peaches like, no, kick him while he's down. But you know what I'm all about.
You know, in some ways that's more interesting.
I appreciate
stresses
you.
me
You
out
tried
just
to
to
like
think-
play the turn. You're like, okay, move here. I'm like, no, John, shoot the blade, and you're like, okay, just gonna fall back here. No, shoot the blade, John. Give the people what they
Bridger's in
want.
chat just like
I couldn't legally shoot anything.
Bridger's
Not
in
that I
chat
didn't fall
just
back.
like LOL and everything. He's like John doesn't even know that he's definitely conceded. It's over. John just.
It was very, very funny. Having done this now with you guys and then done it with Mel and Bridger, totally different experience, and it was really funny.
Yeah.
You get a little bit of everyone's personality in that moment.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pure stress and panic.
Like, John, let it go.
Thank you, Sean.
What up, Sean?
Next weekend, I'm doing a double GT, 1,000 points each, playing the new Warzone.
Nice.
My partner is Grey Knights, and I'm taking Harlequins. Do I go dark or light with troop spam, or Twilight with troop spam, or have 5-man bikes with no Starweaver?
Ooh, okay.
What
Dark or
you
Twilight?
think as the Grey Knight player? What do you want?
That's a good question.
And Adrian, you think as the Harlequin player who doesn't care if the Grey Knight player wants?
I think you probably want. Oh, that's weird. Dark or Twilight?
No, you only get to answer the Grey Knights part.
I know. Okay.
Oh, wait, there's no question.
There's no Grey Knight part, but
No, I was saying like as the Grey Knight's his partner.
What would synergize well? Oh, man. So Twilight and Dark are frankly both melee based.
Mhm.
It's extra tax or extra AP. And then troops, to me, that's it's semi a wash. It comes down to troops for like OBSEC and shenanigans and transports, or just bikes because no rerolls and fast, right? That's kind of comes, to me, that's the breakdown. It's like, what do you
Yeah.
think would supplement Grey Knights better?
Oh, these two armies together seems really strong. This seems like Orcs and Tau together.
I'm into
oh yeah.
it. I'm
That
into
seems
it.
really powerful.
John, we should find out where this is.
And do the same combo.
Yeah.
Look, I would probably go Dark and Troops, right? Dark and Troop.
Yeah, probably play the game. Yeah.
And then you really have to synergize with your Grey Knights. It's hard not to make a decision and not know the Grey Knights portion.
Fair.
But you just say, hey, I'll go support, hold down primary, go Dark and Troops, and
Here
then
it comes.
you can just tell your Grey Knight partner just go in
With dreads and shooting.
with dreads and a librarian.
A librarian for the
Yeah,
mortals.
yeah, and he's like, hey, just hold on to those interceptors. I got you.
Yeah, I'm into it.
Yeah, and it's cheaper
Right, there you go.
or more efficient at least. A little more expensive,
Yeah.
but you get more.
Thank you, Michael Cody. Have a weekend so good that you're more intellectually satisfied than Zach learning about how heavily Taylor Swift influenced the Beatles.
This is true.
Wait, what?
Yeah, she had a big influence on them, actually.
What?
It didn't help much.
Wow.
Yeah, I'll do a hot take and just say, like, I think Taylor Swift's music is way more cool than the Beatles' music.
Whoa.
I know that's like gonna ruin people, but I'm not a Beatles fan.
Craziness.
Do you guys ever hear "Hey Jude"? It's like 8 minutes of like him just yelling Judy. At
Yeah,
the
but
end
that's
of
the
that.
whole point. Is it's like a response to like the dude.
His name.
Sorry, you're gonna set. You got set off. And you're gonna set me off.
Okay,
and It's
okay.
gonna go back into an infinite loop.
You're stopping it? Oh,
I mean, it feels like the response.
I'm trying to back away now.
Except I will say the lengthy songs are very much a response to like the stupid short pop songs that they used to do, and you see that within like other like Pink Floyd and stuff like that, where it's just, like a response.
That's fine, but you know what? Like Norwegian Wood is not stupid. It's very thoughtful, and it's short.
What does that mean?
The song Norwegian Wood by the Beatles. It's like, it's like
It's short.
It's short, but it's deep. Like you don't have to like length isn't like you don't have to be like, oh, the songs are too trite because they're short. Like you can.
No, I think they were trite for different reasons, but also short. But
Yeah,
we're coming to this point today.
Yeah.
Mel played me. She's like, "Here, listen to this song. I really like it." And I listened to it. I was like, "Oh, it's a good song. Can't wait to hear the rest of it." It was a minute and a half in, and it just ended. I was like, a minute and a half song. Craziness. Like, are we in this another like phase of like crazy short songs? Whatever fits in like a TikTok,
Yeah,
Dang kids.
maybe.
Anyway,
Thank you, Brooke. Oh no, wait, hold on. There's one more. Oh, thank you,
before,
Theory.
I think
Thank you, Theory and Bunker. Breaks are finished. I was missing my
Yay.
caliper depressor, but I made it work.
Oh, that's good.
It's been a while since we've had car advice.
yeah.
For your earlier question, headed to Sholo for friends and tattoos.
Oh, like, sign me up.
What is Sholo?
I don't know.
Sholo to you.
This is not.
Shalom.
This is not a West Coast thing.
Shalom.
Is Ethereum Bunker in the U.S.?
Southern.
I don't know if I've ever
It's a music artist.
gone for friends and tattoos.
It's a music artist.
Oh, you're getting tattoos
Like, with this artist?
with Sholo?
Does Shola know about this?
Interesting activity.
Sounds fun. I'm into it.
Okay, I want to know what this is. Renaissance Festival? Show. No.
Oh.
No.
Oh. I was into it, but it
No.
wasn't true.
I know.
I don't know. Let me know, please. I'm very interested in what's happening. I need to know.
You can't just leave us
We
like.
need to know. Yeah. Thank you, Broken Chef.
Hey.
John, welcome back. You fiend. I'm glad to be back to normal attendance.
Welcome back, Broken Chef. Both of you guys.
Present.
Guys, he was gone while you were gone. There's like a synergy.
Oh.
I've never seen Broken Chef and John together in the same place before.
You think it's John? Well, I've seen super chats come in from Broken Chef, but that doesn't mean John didn't figure that out. How to make that work.
No, it doesn't mean he didn't figure it out. Period. Full stop. List time.
Thank you, Timothy. Salamanders list
Yeah.
starts at 2 CP. I love how people just go ahead and get that out right
Yeah.
away now. In the list, they're like, you know what? Yeah. Okay. Ajax, Bike Captain,
Chapter Master.
Yeah.
with Thunderhammer Melta, the T8 OBSEC thingy, Apothecary with Selfless Healer, 5-man Incursors, Infiltrators, Intercessors, Aggressors, Blade Guards. I love how he's just like, hey, like this, like he's not doesn't keep doing the 5 times. It
Yeah.
actually makes it easier. Eradicators, 10-man Vanguard Vets, 5, 2 Las Cannon, and 5 with
Lightning Claw.
Lightning
Band
Claw.
Vets, famously.
Vanguard
Famously
Vets.
la-
I see. No, but now it's so funny. Is I thought he was just moving on to like Devastators or something.
Right.
I actually did now think he was moving on. Okay, and 5 with the shield and the SS. What is that?
Storm Shield and
Yeah. What is CS?
I know what it is. CS.
Chompy.
What goes with this?
Stomp.
With
Chain,
SS,
chain
that's not
sword.
a TH.
Chain sword.
Ding, ding, ding. you go.
Invictor, 3 Multi-Melta attack bikes. Thoughts on the list, plus new Salamanders secondary. He's got a little bit of everything.
I love this list. And we'll have to look up the Salamander secondary. You're not allowed to play. Like, John, if you need a win, we need to get you back on your Salamanders. Undefeated.
Is this still undefeated?
I
Wait.
don't know.
What?
Nobody's played them when you were gone.
Ah. Didn't I? I don't know.
Did you lose?
Did I lose when I said that? It would be very fitting if
remember he-
the time I declared it was undefeated is the time I lost.
Right? Anyways, I'll have to look it up.
Yeah.
I like this list a lot. I'm going to grab the Nephilim book.
Yeah.
Okay, that's easy. While you do that, I can go to the next one.
Well, you could talk about the rest of the list.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Look, Adrian's a fan of this list. I have
You?
no idea. It seems like it's everywhere.
So we can't talk about the rest of the
It
list.
seems
sounds
like it's everywhere.
You're not a fan
We
of
have to
that?
talk about it very quickly before Adrian comes back. He's coming in soon. I don't know if I like Invictors. It's a lot of things. It can be it seems like it's more MSU. I see what he's doubling down on.
There's one Invictor.
But-
In general, like, we're not fans of Invictors, right?
And like the multi-melta attack bikes.
Not a fan of those?
They're good. I'm just saying it seems like it's a little everywhere. Infiltrators, intercessors, incursors.
What would you drop and take more of if you wanted?
I would what I would categorize as take out the bad stuff, take out the fat, just put in more of the good stuff, you know? And when I think of Van Vets, I also don't think of Salamanders. So that always
In general,
that always
right?
irks my gears.
That was weird to see. That's why I think I moved away from Lightning Claws and Chain Sword, Storm
went straight
Shield,
for
and
the
straight
last
to like
cannon.
Devastators. Yeah, I was like, this is.
This is a weird secondary.
So yeah, I would take more aggressors. I would take maybe some transports for the aggressors. Maybe more multi-melta attack bikes and more. Gosh, what do I usually run?
What's the Invictor get by being in Salamanders?
No reroll to wound.
and
one reroll.
one reroll to wound.
Just the okay.
So no like flamery. I would take
Yeah.
more flamery things. I would take more. What is it called?
Eradicators.
Eradicators. Yeah.
Yeah, the Invictor is the one thing I would take out.
Ooh.
Everything else I'm kind of into, to be honest.
Is he just using the Invictor for like turn 1 things? Is there something in this secondary that like an
No.
Invictor wants to
I
do?
You
think,
need-
I think it looks like
yeah.
Timothy has like a assortment of things.
Sure.
Like he likes running a bunch of different types of units, which is pretty much fine with everything else. Just the Invictor, it just doesn't really do it for me.
Yeah.
The Salamander is secondary. The Promethean Creed. The Salamander's tenets of battle utilize. I'm just kidding.
No, I love it. I was
It really set the tone.
Yeah. So it's weird. In your first command phase, you select one objective that's not within your deployment zone. So you pick one.
Okay.
Good start, right?
Yep.
Look, I'm just gonna say if this was Sisters of Battle, you would be able to say at the end of your turn you get 3 points if you just hold that. Easy peasy, pack your bags, go home. Unfortunately, it's not that. There's 3 bullet points. One at the end of each of your command phases. If you control that with the Salamander's core infantry, and one of those is within range, you get 2 points. So you have to hold it from the previous turn. Survived with a Salamander's core infantry. Not amazing.
Yeah.
It's not
Potential for
impossible.
really good though.
Matchup dependent, right?
Yeah.
Then, basically, if an enemy unit shoots or fights at a Salamander's infantry unit that's on that objective, but doesn't kill them, you get a point. Up to 3 points in a turn.
Whoa.
Wait.
Every time.
Oh, this is kind of interesting then, right? Because
It's super interesting.
They're gonna sit there and try to kill it. They've really got to think about what they shoot it with. They want to wipe it in
They
one
can't
go.
do small. Exactly. So if you're going up
Okay.
against Tau, don't take this.
Don't take this.
Because they're good at single activations. If you're going up against, what was Shane's Death Guard list? Lots of small units.
Death Guard, yeah.
It's interesting. And then last of all, at the end of each player's turn, basically if your infantry, if you have an infantry unit on that point that killed something, you get 1 point, or 2 if you killed it with flamer or melter weapons.
It seems like they wanted to give this army 2 secondaries that were like, no, let's condense it.
Yeah.
That last point, what's it max at?
That one has no max. Well, it's
Wait, so there's different
because
parts of the
because it's one or
secondary?
more- It's one or more. That's all one secondary. There's 3 ways.
But there's
to start
different
it.
parts that max at different times, or is it all max at 4?
Okay. So, well, no, there is definitive maxes because one of them is end of your command phase, hold it, 2 points. Then each time the unit gets attacked but survives, 1 point to max of 3.
Yes.
That's 5.
Yes.
And then at the end of each player's turn, it's just 1 or more units destroyed. Blah blah blah. You get 1 or 2 points.
Gotcha. So you can get 5 points a turn.
You get 7 points a turn.
Oh, 7 points a turn. Math.
5 plus 2 is 7.
Oh, okay.
I'm not into it because I think like you only kind of have to do this whole
Stick.
shtick twice maybe to like be at 10.
I agree. I'm also not into it. It's cool, and it also ties into your fact of like bring more flamer, eradicators and
And
aggressors.
infantry, yeah.
Yeah,
And
people were asking about the Invictor having like flamers or something and like getting to do.
But he's not core. He's not infantry, so he
So
doesn't.
for this season,
he doesn't work with this.
Yeah.
And he has the flamer, so plus
You
1 to
could
wound,
you
but,
could you could put a flamer on him. It's not usually the go-to weapon, but yeah.
It's just not amazing.
No, it's actually really cool secondary because there's ways
super
to
fun.
like jack up the durability on infantry, +1 save, things like that. You got transhuman, of course. So it's very interesting. Yeah, I like it, and more reason to go flames and meltas.
Yeah.
I like it. Good question.
Thank you, Connor. Once again, Connor, thank you so much for all the support tonight. Zach loves to look down on Marvel. It's true, I love it. But he would love WandaVision. I do have to say, I have no idea what WandaVision is, but I've seen ads for it, and it does look interesting.
Yeah.
Would I like it?
Have you watched WandaVision?
Yeah, and I had mixed feelings
Yeah, me too.
because they sort of like the joke, the concept got played out a little. It took a little too long to get there, but it was pretty clear what the joke was pretty early on.
Yeah.
So like I think a lot of people think it was very clever, but I was kind of like, So I could see you going either way.
Okay.
You know, it's like cool, this could have been.
Now I got to sit through this for 3 hours.
Is it stylistically
before it picks
cool?
up? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
I think most of actually the like Marvel TV shows are stylistically cool because they have like a concept that they're presenting, and they're normally with like a certain director.
Okay.
So
Thor stuff is that Marvel?
Yes.
Or is it DC?
It's Marvel. Yeah.
Thor stuff is stylistically very cool.
Interesting.
Like the first, I think I saw the first two.
Yeah.
The first one's old. It's like 10 years at this point, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's super cool. Like
The third
I
and the
love.
fourth one are much better in my opinion.
Oh, you watched the third one?
The fourth one just came out.
Like it looks cool.
So
Like the
Thor,
world
there's
is cool.
Thor, the Dark World,
Oh,
and then there's Thor
that is
Ragnarok.
4. Oh, wow.
and then there's the new one. I haven't seen
You're
the
right.
new one, but Ragnarok was great.
Yeah.
I really like
It really revived it.
Taika Waititi. I love.
Exactly. He's
Yeah.
brilliant.
I don't know. I feel like Zach. Do you like him? Do you know him?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I know who he is. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
He's
I don't
interesting.
know. I could see him going either way, Connor. I'm not sure.
Thank you, Mr. Jovo,
Hey,
just for the support.
appreciate
Again,
it. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you again, Connor. John, One Piece is ending soon. How do you feel? This is another anime that's gone
Dude,
like, for a
this
million
is a
years.
crazy-
Actually, no, actually a million years, though.
Like, yeah, this has been.
Um,
I think this is around like
This
college
might
almost.
be older than I am.
Yeah, that's as well.
No, it's a absolutely amazing anime, and it's sad to see it end. I think it's definitely had its ups and downs. It's definitely had its fillers, but dude, the ending arcs are like really great.
Really?
Yeah, really good.
Jeez.
A lot of people just love.
You did finish this?
No, no.
Okay.
But I'm up there. I'm in the hundreds.
So crazy. And we did see clarification from Timothy regarding the Invictor as kind of a distraction card effects. Yeah, which I get the concept, but I think again probably not. There's points better spent in this like secondary and other stuff. So, just I see you, Timothy.
You kind of just saying more multi-melta attack bikes, which are also like
Yeah.
a distraction card effects that.
Oh, the multi-melta, yeah.
That like kill things. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Brandon. This is a really good one.
Braden.
This is a good one. Braden. Tomothy. Tomothy as a name.
Fair
is
enough.
Pretty amazing. No, I wasn't making fun of you. I wish it was Tomothy. Sorry, Timothy. Anyway, great
Cool.
question from Braden. I'm currently 1-12 against the friend I play 40K with. Any advice on keeping games fun when I already feel like I will lose going into the game?
This is a very good question and a very practical question. A lot of this is just how 40Ks, especially within smaller play groups, that's just sometimes that's how it shakes out. Whether it's the army you guys play, once you smash them together enough times, you know how it's going to go. Or maybe it's just one person has more time to play more matches or whatever.
Braden's right here. Braden, I'd actually be really curious. I don't know about you guys. I'd be really curious to know if it is the same matchup over and over again.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. But try to even the odds. I think make it a fair fight. Maybe if you're losing a lot, decide the train setup or something. Pick the mission.
Yeah, I agree.
Something like that.
I think within the constraints
Of the rules.
within the constraints of the rules.
Yeah.
Hopefully your friend is up to the challenge, right?
Right.
Have them take a subpar list.
Yeah.
Or let what John's saying, pick the terrain or the mission. Give yourself these advantages, and for him, it's maybe more stimulating as a player, and that will kind of be more engaging.
Yeah.
I think that's a big thing, honestly. Keep it interesting for both of you. He can continue to kind of stretch his competitive skills, so to speak,
Yes.
and you can get the practice in and still enjoy it and have a good time and continue to try to improve.
That's a very good point. I remember when Bridger and I used to do practice games in 8th edition, and one of us would have a pretty big winning streak.
Yeah.
You want to see if is he just getting luckier on the rolls for the mission and then the terrain, or you want to push the constraints or you're the level your list and
Exactly.
and testing to the bounds, making sure you're taking chance out of the equation.
Yeah. Definitely agree.
he's clarifying that he plays sisters and his opponent's switching between Death Guard, AdMech, and Jinsu Cults. Yeah.
Oof. Yeah, very complicated armies to be kind of adjusting to go against each time.
Yeah.
That's definitely a thing. Which maybe also making it difficult is if they're actually doing the opposite of playing the same matchup every time, so they're constantly switching it up. One thing you could also do is like sometimes it can be interesting to like lean into it. You know, you guys play enough of a game to have decided it and re-rack and do another one and kind of get those reps in.
Get more reps in.
I played Jeff for years before I even tied him. I remember so specifically the first time I tied him, I was like, wow. We were like going out to dinner afterwards. I was like, that was a really great game. He's like, Adrian, you think I'm happy about a tie? You still don't know enough about me. And I was like, oh, that's fair. And it was just like a cool thing. I was like happy I finally tied him. And, you know, we would do that a lot where it's like re-rack and do another rep. And so maybe there's this other way you can kind of just lean into this fact and kind of like be training together.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Thank you, Steely Yard. I'm laughing in advance of reading this question. Walking out of IHOP,
Okay.
Demon Angron charges. You hop in Marty's car and say drive. Flooring it, Marty yells, put on an escape montage song. What do you pick?
Oh, man.
Is a Marty like Back to the Future?
As in McFly? Or?
Yeah, that's how I'm interpreting this.
Yeah.
This one's easy for me. For 100%, it's the theme song for Cowboy Bebop.
That piece is called Tank.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Actually, it's Tank!
With an exclamation point.
Yeah, 100%.
I would pick Rill by Sleigh Bells.
Ah,
think that'd be
nice,
pretty
nice.
What would you pick?
I don't know. When I think of running away from, I think of I ran.
Oh,
Iran?
Flock of Seagulls.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty good too.
Yeah.
John likes to keep it simple and
Keep
direct.
it simple, yeah. Look, you got an idea that pops in your head?
I like
Boom.
it. Flight of the Bumblebee.
Flight of the Bumblebee. That's a minute and 30 seconds long.
Yeah. Trite.
Yeah, right. It is. Anyway.
It is, but like in like a charming way. Thank you so much, the Steelyard, for the fun question.
Yeah, thank you. That's a great question. Thank you, digital designer John. I'd recommend catching up on Attack on Titan before
It's not even finished yet.
before it finishes.
Oh my.
It'll hit way different if you don't have the wait following this last season.
It's not even done yet.
Right, because, yeah.
It'll hit way different if you don't have the wait following this last
He wants you
season.
to catch up and then have to wait.
Yeah. That sounds terrible.
Which I get. Like, I don't hate it, but it's like a thing series do where they're like, it lands on this crazy cliffhanger. You're like, oh my God.
Yeah.
And in like the first 5 minutes they resolve it. They're like,
Yeah.
oh, and actually there was a mattress there. He didn't fall to his death. And you're like, cool. It wasn't
Yeah.
even like a full episode
Yeah.
to resolve the thing
Yeah.
that I was just like wondering for the last 9 months.
Do you
Thanks,
think,
guys.
I really prefer, I hate to say this, but I really prefer letting a show finish and then like finishing on my own.
If I can do that, I'll do that.
And I'm sure that really stinks for people making TV shows.
Yeah.
Because
Just watch
they
it.
don't.
This is why all those Netflix shows don't get finished because you don't
know.
watch them, Zach.
The only I know. That's not why, but
No, that's why.
Netflix has its own issues going on. But the only show I'm literally doing that with, like where I watch it to completion, is currently Better Call Saul. Like it's so good that I'm just like just
Whoa.
watch it.
That's not the first time I've heard that.
That's not
Better-
the first time.
Not the first time.
Yeah, it's very good. It's very good. That's the only show I'm doing that with right now. Otherwise, I need the show to like finish,
Yeah.
and then I just like go through.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'll consider it.
Well, before you consider it, consider this. Thank you, Sarah Timmons. Don't listen to digital designer John. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He only knows how to paint.
I mean, that's more than we could say for John, so.
Sarah she just saw both of us and
This is
just
a lot of
stabbed both
shade
of
getting
us.
thrown around right now, and I have nothing to do with any of it. It feels great.
Burned both of us. I can't even. I have no response to that. I don't.
Yeah, there's no
You're
response.
probably right.
Although, I think, like, at least Sarah's way is, like, gonna save you many hundreds of hours.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was thinking about One Piece. Attack on Titan, you're not too far behind.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. One Piece is...
No, I still have many
I just
Probably
don't have enough
thousands.
lifetime available to like catch up to that show.
It's
Literally.
brutal. That's something I'll put on and just have going in the background.
But you know I'm gonna say,
oh, I watch in English.
yeah, see,
Yeah.
you're a fiend.
Yeah, I know.
You're a fiend.
I feel dirty when I do
Yeah.
it, but yeah, that's the only way.
That's what gets
It's
me every
the
time.
only way.
Like, I want to watch this anime, but like, but I gotta read it, and it means I have to just watch it
No, I don't do anything.
Or
like
learn
that.
Japanese.
or learn Japanese. Which
Honestly, you could probably save you some time.
instead of watching all of One Piece, I could just learn Japanese. That sounds like, yeah,
And then listen to One Piece. Yeah.
it's like that's like one of those things that like would be amazing. Like if you had all the time in the world, 100% learn Japanese. You know.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Thank you, Mr. Jovel. What are y'all's thoughts on Space Wolves having rune priests in place of apothecaries? Healing bombs seems terrible.
it's so dumb.
We talked about this last time we ran Space Wolves, I think.
Yeah.
Where we're just like, what the heck? And we got angry for like 15 minutes before stream.
It's so frustrating. And anytime it's been like a little while since we played Space Wolves, we're just like, yeah, apothecary. And you're like, what?
What are they doing?
Oh, it makes me so mad.
we chucked the model across the room and like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go get it again.
Like, it's bad enough that they got rid of their special units, but then for them to be like, oh, you don't need apothecaries because you have this special unit. And you're like, well, we don't. And they're like, don't worry, you have one strat that's like not even equivalent. Like, yeah, they got done real dirty, and I'm really not happy about that.
Yeah.
That's probably one of the, if not the biggest thing stopping Space Wolves from.
So, I'm sorry, a rune priest kind of like takes the spot of an apothecary?
So,
Yeah.
It feels like a rune priest really is supposed to take the spot of a librarian, right?
no, so rune priests. So it was
Like, in
traditionally-
narratively, sorry,
It's
anyway.
it's a chaplain apothecary, chaplain healer,
Okay.
right? And that used to be a unit. It's not even a unit anymore, really. They just have chaplains, and the chaplains can, for 1 ZP, heal someone. So they kind of get temporarily some of the abilities of an apothecary, right? It used to be a unit that actually did both, but now
Okay.
they're just like, hey, you're chaplain, but sometimes you can kind of do the apothecary thing. By the way, because you have this, you don't get apothecaries because narratively you don't have them. That make sense?
Yeah. Yes, no, I get what you're saying. I think I just misunderstood the role of a rune priest. In the Horse Heresy novels, it seems different. It seems like they're psychers. I think they're called rune priests.
No, I'm pretty sure it's.
It's just something different.
I don't know about Horse Heresy with Space Wolves,
Yeah.
but
I'm not sure.
but this unit doesn't exist anymore. And instead of letting them just take apothecaries,
So, and I don't even mean Horse Heresy the game. I mean in the novels. There's like a Space Wolf. I forget his name. There's like a Space Wolf. Like I thought he was a rune priest.
that's the Wolf Priest.
Wolf priest.
Wolf Priest,
My bad. Thank you, Tyler.
which is now. Rune Priest is the librarian. Wolf Priest.
What? That's
Yeah. So Mr. Jovel made the typo. It's your fault. No, just kidding. Yeah. So the Rune Priests are the librarians.
Okay.
The
That's
Wolf
what I thought.
Priests don't exist anymore. So instead you have chaplains that... Adrian, question mark? Oh, Zach is right. Yes. Yeah. Rune is... Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So we don't have the Wolf Priests anymore, right? Regardless of the names, the thing that the Space Wolves lost is basically their apothecary equivalent.
Right.
And they're not allowed to take an apothecary in exchange for it. Which is dumb.
Charming, right?
Yeah, so it sucks.
It always feels a little dirty when you like your lore like hurts you, right?
Yeah.
A little bit. Like the lore should be cool.
Well, it's either like they completely acknowledge the lore and they keep the Wolf Priest, or they acknowledge that something's not working and they just say you can take apothecaries and those will be like your Wolf Priests, but they don't. I don't know. I just feel like there was a better solution than what they did. So yeah, we got it, Jonathan.
Thank you, Jonathan. Thank you, Sarah, once again. Some insight on the Black Templar discussion. Uphold is dead unless you're running mass dreads. Otherwise, it's the always assault doctrine and always shock assault. No fallback sucks, but you can tech for it.
Yeah, like punish people. I still think it depends on the matchup. But yeah,
who don't you want to be able to not fall back again? Like, because not getting covered. Some of the other penalties are like a little bit out of your control. What happens to you? No fallback is like you go into a charge and now you know you're in the like.
Yeah.
But then like who has enough assets to then like send like hurt you for that, right?
Well, it's so what it killed. That was Bridger. Bridger had an impulsor
Yeah.
and like eradicators. And
Oh, that's
dreadnoughts.
right. I
I
produced
touched
this
into
game.
them.
Yeah.
And so he could send in guys to fight, but he couldn't shoot them, which was the clear correct answer. So
Right.
I could kind of just like latch on to the impulsor.
You can also make a mess. You can make a mess in the like, depending how the terrain's set up and where it
yeah.
happens. You can make a complete
Oh
mess.
my god, yeah.
Yeah, you scarred Bridger with that game.
Yeah.
For sure.
No, you're good, Jonathan. It was just funny. Yeah, but Sarah.
But you're not wrong. I get your mindset. Like, you tech into it. Now, if they are in combat with you, you're winning anyways. You never want to fall back because your output is so insane. It makes sense. I get your mindset. But there could be like, I don't know, maybe they storm you with a bunch of poxwalkers or something, and now they just kind of tar pitch you a little bit, even if it's like a bunch of dreads. But
Yeah, if you don't have any units that are just 100% useless in melee, like impulsors, then it's less of a threat, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, like Sarah's saying, like that, always assault doctrine is, and always assault shock assault. That's genuinely interesting and good. And that was the half.
I think that's what I took when I
Yeah, that's
played it
definitely
last.
it. Because that is the kind of that makes the most sense.
Jonathan had some insane like lag happen, which is why he has all these messages, and he just ended it with the John stress emoji.
a man of
Oh, yeah, that's
a
amazing.
man of culture.
That's amazing.
Thank you. The Claven is Kragnos, Zach's new Primarch husband. I'll take it. Kragnos is the stark departure from Magnus.
Yeah, I mean,
But I do
Yeah.
love either Zinchi stuff or Korn stuff. No in between. And Kragnos is kind of like almost like if he fell to a Chaos God, it'd be Korn, right?
oh, okay. I thought you were
saying.
gonna say he's a combination of the two.
No.
I was like,
No, he's never thought about anything
take-
he's ever done.
yeah, yeah.
Just murders and
He's
runs
just
and
a
smashes.
jerk
things.
jock.
Yeah.
So wait,
Crag
your
bro.
profile picture is Kragnos?
My Discord profile picture. It's Crag
cute.
Bro. Yeah.
Nice, I like it.
Thank you, Tyler. New Necromunda bike for Orc War Boss on bike.
Oh man, you guys seen it?
Yeah, that's cool.
The Goliath
Dude,
bike?
the release, I was messaging, the skirmish release, like, they knocked it out of the park with everything they just released this weekend for the skirmish games. It
I was not
crazy.
expecting that.
Yeah, it was
It's like,
so good.
oh, a real skirmish. And then they were just all amazing.
We don't play a lot of these games, unfortunately.
No,
we
and-
were talking about this today. Like,
Yeah.
we'd want to, but we get together and we're like, let's play 40K or let's play Sigma or whatever, right? Like,
Oh my gosh. Yeah. 100%.
Oh, the bike.
Yeah, the bike.
yeah,
Isn't
Sorry.
that cool?
the bike is
I'm like
cool.
blown away. I actually haven't
The
seen
release,
this yet.
this whole release was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm into it.
This
Thanks,
is so
Tyler.
great. We need to do this now. Someone needs to show me a picture of the final
Yeah.
I'm
conversion.
curious, how big is it and how many dollary dues it counts?
Dollary dues.
Because like, if it's small enough, look, this is just like regular
Oh,
Warboss. You just get tons of them.
So you're saying
Yeah.
War Boss at least,
Yeah.
but don't stop there.
I think the Warboss one is like, he has like a middle cockpit with two of those, and it's like a pod racer.
It's like now
But it's
this
just
is
two
pod
full
racing.
bikes. Now this is pod racing. Love it.
Thank you, Fate Stay Dreamer.
Hey.
Imperial Guard Catachan Outrider Patrol. Here we go. Tank
Yes.
Commander. 3 groups of 3 Armored Sentinels with Heavy Flamers. 3 groups of 3 Scout Sentinels with Heavy Flamers. This guy
Whoa.
loves Sentinels.
Whoa.
2 Mana Cores. 3 Lehman Russes. 2 Infantry Squads. Primaris Psyker. The ability to move out and screen has been fun. Thoughts?
I like it.
How many points is this?
It doesn't. Does it not seem like 2,000? It seems like more in 2,000.
It doesn't seem like 2,000.
Because Sentinels are like they're like what 40.
They're like 40, 45.
Yeah.
I like it.
Where's the beef?
Yeah.
Like the infantry.
The Lehman Russes.
The Lehman Russes are
And there's-
like 200 points. I mean,
That's fair. That's fair.
They need another tank. They need like double tank commander.
I feel like they need more infantry. I'm
No, they
nervous.
need infantry.
Yeah.
Could you convert 3 Lehman Russes to 1 more Leman Russ tank commander and more infantry? Yes.
I think he's so close to a brigade and saving the CP. Like he's literally 2
interesting.
elite slots away
Well,
from a brigade. And then he needs
The
the
troops.
troops.
yeah.
But you could drop like a Leman Russ and do all of that.
This is cool. This is 18 Sentinels, guys. I love it.
It's yeah.
I love it.
Wait, 8. Oh, yeah.
It's 3x3 heavies and 3x3
I love it.
scout.
I love when people love a unit and can build around it. And you
Yeah.
can tell that they like
cool.
no sacrifice to the
Right?
unit they love. Yeah.
I like it. And think about this: Armor of Contempt
Oh.
on their vehicles.
That's
So now they're more durable. Now that's actually quite interesting.
Yeah.
I might build this list so I can
That's
have
actually-
18 cricket sentinels.
yeah.
Because I mean it's gonna look cool. 18 crickets.
18 crickets? I don't know about the heavy flamer. There's other options you can put on it.
I guess because they hit so.
Well, he says he's moving down screening, right? He's just like
Yeah.
it's like
This is 18 heavy flamers. Surely some of them can be doing something.
like he could have like
You could put plasmas on them.
yeah or
I have 3 for my GSC actually, with all the magnetized. There's missile launchers.
Oh.
There's scatter lasers, which are not scatter lasers, multi lasers, which are no. But you can even put like a little chainsaw on them.
Do they have to like?
It literally attaches
No,
like this.
yeah, yeah.
It's like
I don't know if you in follow Colin. He's the guard player. He's got like the beige army, and he always takes these. He always,
Yeah.
well, they're Catachan, but
they're
they're like
Catachan.
they're
Oh,
brown and like tan. But he always puts the stupid little chainsaw, and he always gets in the combat with me. He's like, what it does is it gives him 1 strength 4 attack
no.
instead of like strength 3 or something.
So you thoroughly know this.
Yeah, it does like nothing. It like adds 1 strength or 1 8. It's so pathetic.
So sad.
And they hit on 4.
Yeah.
it's like dumb, but he just thinks it's hilarious. And it looks so bad. It's like this little
a
saw.
little saw.
It's hilarious.
I do like the Primaris Psyker though. I thought of adding Psychers rather than more
Yeah.
commanders for orders, and now like hey, if you have 3 Psychers, you can probably Psychic Interrogate. You'll just pop, like they'll just keep harrowing and
Yeah,
like
just keep
dying.
them away from each
I'm like,
other.
don't worry, we got 2 more. We'll keep going.
Don't you think that they're like fall
they're
into
really
this,
cheap.
fall into this realm of character that gives a little bit of vulnerability to you? Like they're so easy to kill.
That's guard though. Like
but not if you don't take these. That's true. I guess you're still taking company
like you're still
commanders and
taking
stuff
company
like that.
commanders and you're taking tank commanders.
I think that's why you take 3 of them.
And if you're taking brigade, you now need characters literally to fill that slot. So yeah, it's weird. It's weird. But you're right. You're right. You do give up it more easily.
They have like 3 wounds and like no armor.
Yeah.
I think I've,
Like, if
I
they
think
perils,
I
that's
think
it.
I put like a smart missile system into one and like
yeah.
That sounds about right.
3 wounds.
this is a good one. Thank you, Stir Crazy, aka Jacob.
Hey.
Okay, I've been MIA from 40K for a while. Now are Necrons good? If so, what are lists like nowadays?
Oh man.
Look, Jacob and I are in the same boat. I mean,
That's amazing.
Yeah, you went to like
I went to Disneyland.
Disneyland and came back, and Necrons are the best army.
yeah.
Right? How crazy is that?
It was weird. I was like sitting and watching like a show, and I got up to go to the bathroom, and I came back. Necrons are the best army.
Necrons are so good right now, Jacob.
Silent King,
Silent King.
watch out.
You have to be custom Dynasty, unfortunately. Eternal Conquerors and Relentlessly Expansionist. Because the secondary game is also insane. That's my favorite thing. Beyond all the core changes, everything, it's just the secondary game. So you run OBSEC with like Canoptic things, and so you can do Ancient Machineries, you can do Treasure of the Eons, you can do, of course, Code of Combat, which got even better. Oddly enough, the list that ended up winning last weekend, one of the big events, it was a bit of an oddball list. It had 2 Catans, same
Okay.
thing, obviously. Giant unit of Tomb Blades.
Really? What
Now,
are
I
they doing with
haven't
those?
listened to like podcasts or done any research as to like what the heck that was doing, but this list scored like 100 points in every game.
Yeah.
Um,
It could be where the meta's at right now. Maybe like against Sisters, Tomb Blades could be pretty good with all those shots, all that Tesla.
I guess. But they're still getting like 2-up saves.
I don't know.
I guess you can ignore cover. I don't know. I'd be curious if people know. What we've been playing on the channel has been quite good with, frankly, just Silent King, 3 Units of Scarabs, trading back and forth. That's actually the most important part, is just those things, frankly, and then you can take it from there. Because other stuff is still good, you know? And everything's core. You take a Catacomb Command Barge, so you could for sure max out Code of Combat by turn 2. You know, it's crazy time. Are rates any good? Yes, rates are good. And look, they get full rerolls to wound in melee now from Silent King, so it's pretty good.
Jeez. Yeah.
Yeah.
This opens up so many things. Are the Catan shards also core? Everything's core.
No.
Oh, okay. They left
Nice
that
try.
out. Okay.
All vehicles are core.
Sounds like everything's core.
Everything's core, right?
Every-
Silent King core?
Basically just the characters in Catans aren't core. And the characters are core if they're vehicle, like the Catacomb Command Barge. So he is core, which means
It's literally what was good before, almost.
got better. Yeah, the score packs
Yeah.
are still great.
But Silent King, yeah.
Silent King. I like Immortals now instead of Warriors. You don't need Warriors. You just do
Yeah.
some trade with the Immortals.
Sure.
Especially because like they're perform an action on an objective. You don't have to. You can do it while there's enemies. You just have to control it, and you're all obsec, double obsec. Same with the Canoptic one. The Scarabs can just go jump over, perform an action for 4 victory points right there.
My God.
Actually, it's usually more than 4 because it's also stacking with your treasure of the eons.
No. Yeah, it seems like the armies that are good now just have really solid secondaries.
Yeah.
And
it
the other
decides
ones,
everything.
maybe a little more confused.
Yeah. He's core.
Silent King's core. You knew this.
Oh, okay. I thought they were talking about
SK core?
Yeah, Silent King's
SK
core.
is core. That's what they
Yeah.
are.
Yeah, I thought they were talking about Catan.
Silent King core.
Yeah, sorry, Jacob. I guess we kind of just jumped over that. The most important thing. Silent King is also core,
Yeah.
which means he gives himself full rerolls to hit and full rerolls to wound.
My God.
Sorry, full rerolls to hit and shooting and full rerolls to wound in melee.
What's happening?
That I expect to get taken away.
It's crazy.
I would not expect that to last.
It's pretty. There's a lot of shenanigans, and you can do weird stuff with Illuminor, like rezzing miniers, which is getting comped. It's not a FAQ. It's a comp by a lot of organizations. Because to be clear, 100% legal in the rules, and 100% part of it.
100% awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tyler. Anyone watch The Legend of Vox Machina on Amazon?
Yo, great show.
Have you watched it?
It's really good.
Sorry.
Nope, haven't watched it. Nope.
That's the Critical Role anime, right?
Yep, it is.
Chance.
Which I came in not watching any of the Critical Roles. I think when D&D first got really big on YouTube, I might have watched like 1 or 2. But I came in like, oh, cool! Like I love fantasy like shows, especially if it's animated. And so I came in, I'm like, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
what is happening? So dark.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
Really cool.
Huh.
I would totally recommend. First season,
I'll have to give it a go.
really good.
Have you seen Harlan's, what's his name? Harlan's one? D&D Adventures? So he's one of the main guys for Rick and Morty. And they have a show where it's their D&D adventure.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
And they
yeah, I
animate
know
parts
what
of
you're
it.
talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's supposed to be like really funny. Like they
Really?
had, like Nathan Fillion on in one episode, like playing like an NPC or something.
Oh,
And
dang.
it's
That sounds like something I would. Is it on YouTube or is it
I think it was on
on an actual channel?
No, it's on.
It's on some
channel.
streaming
It's on
something
a channel.
somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. I keep meaning it's also on my list.
dang. Okay.
But yeah, it's
Go
similar
watch
kind
it.
of vibe.
Yeah.
Thank you, Digital Designer. I don't know that I can get on the dub bandwagon with you, John. The only shows whose dubs I liked were Gurren Lagann,
Yeah, Gurren Lagann.
Guilty Crown, and FMA.
Yeah.
The voice actors never seem to have the same passion, but maybe it's me.
Nope. No, you're totally right, Digital. It's only One Piece and like pretty much any anime that I watched in my very early childhood, Full Metal Alchemist being one of them. I don't know about Gurren Lagann. Maybe. Like things like Trigun, Cowboy Bebop.
I was gonna say those two I thought were okay.
Trigun, Cowboy Bebop?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, I would watch dub. That's like something I would watch when I was like 7 or 8. I would watch on Toonami or whatever, which had
Toonami,
dub.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm totally cool with that. I can't even actually go back to watching in subtitles Japanese
Right, you
because I'm
grew up
like
with
so
that at this
so
point.
used to it.
Yeah.
Same thing with Full Metal Alchemist. So
The other one I keep telling you to watch is that comedy one, is Way of the House Husband.
I
You've seen
watched it.
You've
Yeah,
seen
yeah.
it?
That's
Okay,
why I totally knew what you're talking
Okay,
about. It's so hilarious.
I thought it was
Yeah.
pretty good dubbed.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't watch it. I didn't watch it dubbed. I
He
watched
said
it
I didn't watch it
subbed.
at all. Oh, you watch it subbed? Oh, but you should watch it dubbed. I think the American actors are really good. Yeah. The
hilarious.
main guy does like a Johnny Depp impression basically, to do it. It's like it works pretty well. I think.
Yeah, that's funny.
Jacob was freaking out in chat
Yeah.
Wait, who?
about there's like a whole wall of like realizing about Necron.
Yeah. Stir crazies. Yeah, it's just coming. I think last one for the night. Thank you, Pizza Bagels.
Hey, all.
How would you fix guard? Hot takes only.
Oh boy.
Look, I said it earlier.
Yeah.
Free guardsman.
Free guardsman.
Free guardsmen.
Let's fill the slots.
Not fair. That's like the best answer.
The sad thing is, like, I would only save like 300 points.
yeah.
And like
that's why
12
it's
slots.
not
And this
broken.
was 12.
And it
yeah.
makes you go buy more models. Like Games Workshop, just
Yeah.
should do this now.
They
Guardsmen
should
are
do
free.
that. They would do that.
That doesn't even buy me
You-
two
you-
Lehman Russes.
Now you like,
Crazy.
don't you currently get free upgrades on it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Other way around. Guardsmen are free.
Only the
You
upgrades.
pay for the upgrades.
Boom. There it is.
That's
Oh
it.
yeah.
That's 100%.
And you run out of
Ship it.
slots, you run out of slots. You can't take any more.
I love it.
Oh my
I'm super
gosh.
into it. Like we can't top that. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I love it.
Any topping of it would make guard OP to be like free Lehman Russes.
Yeah.
This is like I think what got the Roman Empire into trouble. Like
Free Lehman Russes.
no, just like each emperor like offering more and more free stuff
Right.
to people.
Sure.
That's amazing. Wow. It's been a lovely evening hanging out with y'all. John,
Y'all.
Thanks for the game.
Thank
Y'all.
you.
Of course, Saturday, we're going to be back at it. The three of us. We're going to be playing Drakari versus Orcs. It's going to be a ton of fun as we continue John's Nephilim education.
Really, it's been a wild ride. It's been a wild.
It's crazy.
It's been something.
Like a time traveler. And of course,
A time traveler from Nockmoon.
from Nakamura. It's like, you've heard the stories like people that were like out backpacking and they come back to COVID and like the whole world has changed. Like, can you
Yeah.
fathom it?
Yeah.
I'm definitely not comparing this to that, but
But it's
but it's pretty similar.
You're spot on. I feel like Captain America.
Yeah, Captain America. There you go. That's a more savory example. Anyways, look, it's gonna be a ton of fun. Of course, if you haven't checked it out, we did release our new trailer for Titan's Terrain on the channel, and we always appreciate all the support and sharing of that, as you guys will. You really make it all fun and entertaining and worthwhile. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with us, spending time with us. We'll catch you hopefully very soon on the tabletop.